Today we're going to go into the top 5 methods to find US and European suppliers for your dropshipping business. Let's go. Hi, my name's Ricky Hayes. It's a pleasure to have you on the channel, and like every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more weekly updates. Hit that like button as well. It helps with the growth of my channel, and comment down below what you'd like to see in future videos. I take that feedback very serious. Let's get into the content. Option number 1 is SpaKit Suppliers. Personally, I've used them and think that they're fantastic. They've been around a long period of time. They're a great service provider, and I'll show you a bit about their back end in a moment. They provide you custom invoicing. Okay, I really like that with the branding there. Unfortunately, they don't provide custom boxing and stuff like that, but that's something you can look into in the future, and I have some other options in the future in this video for that as well. They can help you find products that are potentially not in their inventory. It is a paid service. Okay, so be sure to keep that in mind. It is a paid service as well. They handle the relationships with the suppliers for you, being that they get the cheapest price as possible. Pretty much they're getting cost price. Okay, that is very good, so that you have the largest margins to allow you to then ship from the United States and Europe. Comes with great support. Okay, they've been around a long period of time. They have great support channels in place, and they're continuing to grow their business. They allow for international scaling. So you can also sell a lot of these items to Europe, Australia, Oceanic region as well. So they have a lot of suppliers around the world, and they're continually trying to negotiate and find more suppliers to help you in being able to get these products sourced so that you can scale, focus on the marketing and focus on the business side than the logistical side. Personally, it's a top pick for me because it's got quality items, fast shipping, great support. Okay, those are the pillars that I sort of look for. You can go to SpaKit.co, not .com, and have a look there. Let's go and have a look at their back end to give you a bit better of an idea of what it actually is like. All right, so I've just got an account here, and as you can see, they've got about 37,000, people on Facebook and so on and so forth as well. You can see they've got a variety of different items. It tells you, the shipping price, the retail price, and the shipping time. So you can see that, for instance, some of these, this is like a Friends related t-shirt as an example. And you, with the images here, you have to be premium. You can import it into your store quickly and easily and sell it, and shipping times are 1 to 3 days. Here you can see, you can see the shipping times. They've negotiated with all of these suppliers already, so that you can be sure that you're getting good shipping times. And as I said, 1 to 3 days is pretty good for basically drop shipping. And you can see you'll see a number of typical drop shipping items. You'll see items outside of that as well. You can do different filters, obviously for different keywords and different categories. Okay, so whatever you're trying to sell, go and have a look, and you can see some great items. Like this is one I've seen many a times as well. Plenty of organic items in the beauty niche, but there's plenty of opportunity here, and it's just a great reference to have for research, as well as to try and sell a lot of items and not have to worry about that. You can also, free shipping, premium products as an example, ethically sourced, made in US, as an example as well, because you might want to actually use that in your marketing, made in US, as an example. Okay, and so you can see where it ships from. They've got heaps of suppliers. Is fantastic. So if you want to go to the European region, you can go to the European region. If you're Oceanic, US related region, it's got all of that as well, which I personally think is fantastic. They've done a great amount of work for that to help us achieve these types of results. So if we go, pets, obviously that's a very popular drop shipping niche. You can see a lot of different types of pet items, from want to need items, and you just have to obviously sell them, and then they'll fulfill the orders for you. It's just as simple as that. And you just import it into your store, and when the order comes through, it'll show up under your orders. You pay for the order, and then it goes through to the supplier. They ship it out, you get a tracking number, and it's all above board. Okay, it's just as simple as that. Let's move on to the next option. Option number 2 is US AliExpress Suppliers. Okay, many of us will be aware of this one as well, but of course wanted to add this one in. US AliExpress Suppliers are becoming more popular because obviously they have a lot of customers from those regions. they are investing in warehouses themselves where they stock the items there for us, so that it means that we have faster shipping and better logistical handling. So I'll show you in a moment using a simple filter. This will allow you to find them. Okay, some even as well have European regions as well. So again, it just depends on the actual supplier themselves, and so on and so forth. There's many different factors. Just important that you keep in mind that subsequently that your shipping costs will be higher. You know, there's e-packet, there's various forms from China. But you just need to be mindful your shipping costs can be quite high for some of these items. So you have to try and factor that into your margins as well, which is just something I really want to say as well. That's really important. So I also, number 6, want to say you are dealing with the suppliers, and even though they have US warehouses, does not mean that they won't have problems. AliExpress suppliers notoriously have a lot of problems. Okay, they don't communicate, they don't ship, they do many little under the sheets type of thing that's really kind of bad. Keep in regular communication with them as well. I always regularly communicate with them. The ones that generally respond the fastest are the ones that take their business the most serious and generally provide you a great service. It's just a little bit of a pro tip from experience of someone that has personally gone through many bad suppliers. It is just an inevitability that I don't want you to realistically have to go through. So it's always going to be my recommendation as well. If you have higher shipping costs, to pass that on to your customer. To be sustainable now, you have to factor your shipping in. It is very expensive and competitive. So very much important that you do that. Let's go and I'm going to show you now how to actually filter and find these suppliers. All right, so I'm just on AliExpress, and we're all well aware of this item, hence why I'm using it as the example. So to find items that ship from US, it's as simple as making sure you just choose United States. It is important that you keep in mind that if it doesn't show up, it's likely because you don't have it shipped to United States. Okay, so for instance, I'm from Australia, mine defaults to Australia. I need to change it to United States, and then I can change that. And then all you do is you click them, and you can see here, you know, ship from China, ship from United States. So you can see at times a higher cost. Sometimes it might be the same. There's a number of factors involved. So if we have a look, free shipping, if it's from China, you're looking at $6 shy of for shipping from United States. Okay, so that's why personally I recommend that you charge at least $6.99 to $7.99 for the items. Okay, and you can see these people are quite serious. Fast shipping, e-packet, drop shipping. Okay, they support all of that accordingly to help sell this item. Okay, it's as simple as that, guys. And as you can see, delivery is 4 to 7 days. If it's, you know, estimated would be the 8th or the 18th, so that would take, with the default, like months. So that's the second option, and it's just as simple as that to use AliExpress providers. A number of apps also now you can delegate that if it does have US option to automatically choose the US option over China, to make sure, so you can automate your fulfillment process as well, just so that people know. So that's option number 2. Option number 3 is Amazon suppliers. Now, I've personally done this myself, and it works quite well. So many people on Amazon are FBA, fulfillment by Amazon. Very similar method to drop shipping, except you're basically doing it on Amazon. It has many pros and cons. I personally don't do it. I prefer the Shopify way, building my own business for those wondering, but it is a legitimate business, so I'm never going to discredit it. This means that you can buy dropshipped items and get them shipped from Amazon instead. So basically, Amazon has, like, because it's so big now for FBA sellers where they're using AliExpress and they bulk buy into a Amazon warehouse in the United States, you pretty much got an American AliExpress, and so subsequently it is more expensive. So the drawbacks is it costs more money to buy the product, shipping can be more expensive, and it's not branding your business. It's going to come in an Amazon box, which is fine, but if you want to look at building your brand, that's something that you don't want to be doing long term. But the benefits are you have ultra fast shipping, like 1 to 2 days, guys. It is that quick, and reliability from the biggest e-commerce store in the world. They have an entire logistical chain from their warehouse to the planes to the actual contractors who go and deliver it to the premises. Okay, so their logistical process is beyond amazing. I just want to make note to number 6, and I'll show you a bit more about Amazon in a sec. I only use this as an intermediary service. So anyone who's got my course and that and seen, for instance, my case studies, I've used it as an intermediary, meaning that basically it's just a temporary fix so that I can ship out the item, even if it's like at a break even, tiny profit, even at loss. So the customer gets the item, okay? I get those 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 customers out of the way. And by that point, I've started to handle logistics in a separate way, which I'll be getting into more options as we go through this video as well. So I'm trying to teach from beginners to intermediates to advanced to experts so that you have options as well. This is not a recommended long-term approach. Unless you're doing FBA as your entire approach. If you're trying to build your own Shopify dropshipping business or Shopify brand, this is not an approach that I recommend for a long term. And what I mean by long term is over a month or two. You want to start collecting data. Okay, so just something that I've done through experience. It works quite well. There are apps that integrate into Shopify that basically allow you to connect an Amazon account as well. I did it all manually, so it was a bit tedious, but it comes down to personal preference there. So let's jump on to Amazon and let's talk about it a bit more. All right, so I'm just on Amazon and I'm just on the Australian one. I haven't logged into my account. But you can see here, you can just, any of these items that are based in Australia have FBA stores here in Australia, warehouses here in Australia. So all you need to do is you buy it, you fill out the details, put in the customer details. Okay, very important. You just put in the customer details and buy it and ship it to them. Okay, make sure that the email address and everything is all yours, not the customers, so they don't get those. And for those wondering, if anyone is worried about what customers may say, you'll get probably 1 in 100 that'll bring it up. Because it's only an intermediary and not a long term, it's nothing major. But for those wondering anyway, just say that stock was running so low, we're so out of stock that we wanted to ship the item. We have a friend who also ships it and they sell it on Amazon. And of the many orders I've done through it, I had no one complain when I did that, and I got like two emails. Okay, so don't be worried by it. That's why I say it's an intermediary related approach so that you use for your marketing. You provide fast shipping, and that you can honor that fast shipping, even if it means you take a loss. I'm sorry to say, but in business, to start off with a good business, even if you take a loss, it is always my recommendation to put customer first, put them first at every point to make sure that you're giving your business the head start it deserves. All right, so let's move on to the next option. Okay, so we're getting a bit more advanced now. As you can sort of see, we've gone from more beginner to intermediate. We're getting more advanced, okay, guys? But this is one of my favorites. Now, I was not the first, obviously, ever to come up with this, but local supplies. Okay, it's one of the best methods are local suppliers. You can find local suppliers just by jumping on Google, and I'll show you that in a moment. Searching for your product and putting United States on the end. There's a number of different ways, but I'll show you one way. Many established companies wholesale. Okay, I've wholesaled, and there's no reason that if you have a successful Shopify business that you wouldn't do the same. So you can contact them via their wholesale channels, email them, or even call them. Believe it or not, picking up your phone works very well. It's one of the best ways to build relationships. I've been on the phone with many other businesses that have patented products, and I've been able to sell their products by jumping on a call with them. It might be on Zoom, it might be on phone, whatever, because they're getting money for free. Okay, it's a recommended approach. As many will agree, you dropship your product for you, as they dropship the product for you, as they are getting money for nothing. It's basically free money, so it's a win-win. So you can market, you make your margins, it'll be less because local suppliers compared to China is obviously always going to be more expensive, but basically you have a local dropshipper basically doing the logistics for you, and you just run your digital e-commerce business. Okay, you can also bulk buy from them as well. I've done that before, where you bulk buy 50, 100, 200, whatever the number may be, and basically then they will give you a discount. And if they have wholesale, depending on the tiered approach, you could get 5, 10, 20, whatever dollars off, or 10, 20, 30%. And so it actually increases your margins, and you got a local drop shipper. Okay. As I said, I've used this for patented products, and with agreements in place, and it's worked quite well. And at times it hasn't, at times it has. It depends on the individual. So the only way to find out is just to, email them, contact them, whatever the method is, to get in touch with them about some form of, ideally, an agreement. It is my recommendation, however, long term, to not do this through them. Okay, bulk order and control the supply chain to brand your product. So at the end of the day, real large companies, they always bulk buy from China and get it imported here, okay, or whatever country. They get their own branding. It's significantly cheaper. They own the logistical chain. It is always my recommendation, and that'll be a bit more in the next option. Most won't brand the product for you. So if you're going to a local supplier, they won't brand it for you because they want to still retain their brand. And if they've got a patent, they have every right to. So that can be a drawback, but it is a great option nonetheless. If you're starting to get really high and you really want to maximize your profits, it is not something that you should do. You always want that full supply chain. So let me go and show you now how you can actually just find these suppliers, and it's really easy. All right, so continuing on using the same example of the back brace. So for those who have watched my Google Ads video, this will make a lot of sense. I'm not going to get into what these are, but basically what you do is you just type in any word with a plus in front of it. Okay, so what I've done is back brace .myshopify, because every Shopify store has a .myshopify with a plus, and then Australia. In that case, I put Australia. So as a result, I'm finding straight out the gate a number of shopping ads, of course, selling the product, with different images and varying prices and so on and so forth. And then I start to see some Google related product, some ads down the bottom, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you can see some paid ads and stuff here as well, and plenty of other keyword options. So I'm going to open up this one, and you can see that this is black roll. They're saying that like this person is a blah blah blah, but who knows, probably just made up. Anyway, and but you can see that this is an established business. I haven't personally checked this website. They got a contact, so I'll just contact them via that channel, or I'll go back and I'll just go to the wholesale. I'll even contact them via their live chat options to try and get in touch with them. In fact, sorry, here we go. They have wholesale. I didn't notice that. So they have wholesale online. If you have a business in Australia, we'd like to become a wholesale partner, etc., etc. So you just follow whatever their unique instructions are, and you can wholesale from them. Okay, so you can just literally wholesale from a local supplier, and what you can do a lot of the time, say, can I bulk buy and can you ship it out for me? And just make up a bit of a white lie in terms of, can you ship it out for me? We're just getting our logistics in place. And that works quite well. A lot of them actually say, yeah, okay, because they're happy to, and they might just charge you a little bit extra. Okay, so either way, it gives you plenty of options. And this is one of the ones that I've used for varying things. So we charge a shipping fee of $10 for a small wholesale, below 180. Totals 180 or more wholesale is free. Okay, so if you bought $1,000 worth of stock and said, hey, can you charge me a little extra, and can you ship out the items for me? There you go. You've essentially converted an established company into a drop shipping supplier for you. Okay, and I've done that many times, and it's a very simple and easy way that we can all do it, just by simply doing a simple little Google search on the product, finding a number of the providers and doing that. And you might need to contact a few of them, but as you can see, there's a number of options out there. Okay, so that's option number 4. Option number 5 is Alibaba private supplier plus ShipBob. Okay, so the best method in long term is always using something like Alibaba or a private supplier. I have a private supplier, if those who are interested. He is fantastic. This one is not free. Okay, I have many, but this is my latest one, and if you are interested, I can shoot you through his details. He is not free. I don't make anything from it. Okay, nothing. I found him on Upwork, and he's fantastic. I just wanted to share his quality work for those who are interested. Okay, he's not cheap though. Okay, so 3PL is just a term for logistical management. Okay, there are plenty out there. For example, I use eStore Logistics in Australia. You can look that up, eStore Logistics. They're fantastic. They use what's known as the Manhattan approach, where it's a very fast processing, and they'll process up to 10:30 in the morning to get it shipped out same day. and usually have like 1 to 2 day delivery. It's absolutely insane, and they are incredibly on the ball. So for Australia, that works fantastic for the Oceanic. ShipBob is more for the US related region. So this is the best method, as you can brand the product from China. You get the cheapest prices. Okay, like an example is a product that I could get from China, the whole process, product branded, box, thank you cards, the product itself, on average about $4.50 Australian. If I get that same thing produced here in Australia, it's about $12, $13. So a very significant difference in price. So cheapest prices, you own the supply chain, you own the logistical chain, and you provide customers a great experience. The downsides is that obviously shipping at the moment for whole large orders like that can take a long time. Like I'm having to wait for an order for 4 to 6 weeks to arrive, which is frustrating, but I need to do it. That's just the way it is. Okay. And this is for those who are scaling, trying to improve their overall customer interaction process, which you should be, okay? You should always put customers first. So this is not for complete beginners, okay? This is definitely not for beginners, especially on someone on a low budget, because you're looking at a $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 bulk order, okay? So you need to have some capital behind you. But I wanted to add this in anyway, so that when you get to that point that you have the capacity to do so. So I use this method, as I said, and it works great, as it has the best margins. I build my brand and I don't have to touch the product, because it still goes to essentially a warehouse. The warehouse charged fees based on the weight of the product, so you do have some fees there, but it basically means I still don't have to touch the product, and I've starting to build a brand and a real product. Okay, so as I said, if you want the supplier down below, let's go into Alibaba and also ShipBob now. All right, so I'll keep this brief. So obviously this is Alibaba. It's pretty much AliExpress except for wholesale. And you can see I just chose some random category. And you can see that I message a number of suppliers, and that over time you can see how cheap it is. MOQ, minimum order quantity. So it's important you understand that. So you can see, a minimum order quantity of usually, here we go, 100 to 500 is, 7 days, and it's negotiable, so on and so forth. Okay, so Alibaba is really good with that. You can see 50,000 for 500 transactions. So, they've been around for a period of time. They have that, and you can bulk order. You always have to contact them, to negotiate. And that's why, I've got my various blah, blah, blah and orders in place where, like they're handled and all of that through there. I generally do it through here, because then you have trade assurance, especially when you're doing bulk orders of 5, 10, 20K type thing and so on and so forth. Having that is really important. And I really want to make that clear. But you just negotiate with them. I actually personally get a number of them on Slack, and I just talk to them on Slack as well, because a lot of them, they'll do other items too. They want your business, they want reoccurring business, but you can usually pay a deposit of usually 30%, and then you pay the remaining 70% when the product is done and you're happy with it. So it's pretty good. So you pay the deposit, they get it started because they need that safety measure, and then you pay the remaining 70%, and they'll ship it out to you. You'll get a tracking number and you get updated, and it's all through a secure facility where you can pay via TransferWise, you can pay via your card, you can do direct bank transfer. It's sort of up to you. At the end of the day, long term, you probably want to do bank transfers once you build some rapport with them, because they usually give you a discount, because then they don't have to pay Alibaba fees, because they take fees, of course. So that's pretty much that. Let's get into ShipBob, so you can at least understand a bit more about ShipBob. All right, so this is ShipBob, and it's a fantastic 3PL provider. Obviously, they're still shipping during this. They have a nearly 100% success rate. No one ever has 100%, of course. They have 3,000 businesses. They keep within all their SLAs. They're fantastic. You can see they've got an entire logistical supply management, integrates with Shopify and obviously many other platforms as well. They've got plenty of great testimonials, and you can see that they actually have expanded the amount of warehouses. So they used to only have about 5. They have, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sorry. 9, and you can see that they've been on many different popular blogs. So they're a very, very good business, and There's no direct pricing. It's all a quote based on your own business. Okay, so very important. You can see it's very easy. Connect your store. We store in a combination of our fulfillment centers. As soon as a customer places the order, we ship it from the nearest fulfillment center. So you could actually have your orders placed throughout all of these locations based on where your orders are situated. So just important you keep that in mind. It's a very good service, especially if your customer base is United States and Canada. Fantastic service provider for this. So I definitely recommend checking them out. Okay, so that's ShipBob for you. And that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to like. It helps with the growth of my channel. I very much appreciate that with the algorithm, as well as subscribe for more weekly content. I release videos just on a Thursday every week. Always learning, always giving value. I really enjoy it. Again, I've got a number of links up on the screen and they're in the description down below, as well as the slides for today are in the description down below. You can grab them all 100% for free. Okay, so all of those links there I recommend. They're all pretty much free. Obviously you got paid courses, but you've also got a heap of free stuff like Debutify. I got my free webinar, cheat sheet, affiliate programs. You can request to join my affiliate, my mentoring. I don't take on many people. Shopify free trial, so on and so forth. Now I recommend as well joining the Facebook mastermind as well as Discord. You're going to get a lot of free value. Okay guys, I try and give out as much free value as possible, but I'm also after feedback on what people want to see more in the future, and I've got a video coming for winning products, of course, as well. But one I've had a few people ask me about was talking about more fake gurus. I have spoken about that in the past, and it is becoming a bigger and bigger topic. I'm very passionate about that topic. So if you are interested, comment that down below. I'd love to hear your feedback on that for sure. To get my opinion on where the industry is at and how you should be, I'm no messiah by any means. But I do know how to look out for people, and I do know the people that are authentic against those who are not authentic as well. So that's it. So I've been pretty busy, guys, just with my own stores. You can see I've been pretty busy as well. The shelves behind me are all empty. I'm moving house. So we're packing up, moving house. It's really exciting. Funnily enough, today's recording Monday. We're actually moving this Friday. So it's just going to be a good bit of fun. So I've been busy there. And obviously with my various businesses too. So I hope that for anyone who I haven't been able to assist, please understand that I've just been busy and obviously focusing elsewhere. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it from today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you take care, and goodbye.